G'day legends. Today we are watching a video titled 0% Sportsmanship Moments in Cricket. Now, the first thing that comes to mind for me when I see a title like that is the Sandpaper situation, but there's been plenty of heated moments in cricket. There's been plenty of unsportsmanlike moments in cricket, and I thought we'd dive deep into that. Fresh off the Ashes victory for the Aussies. Let's go, boys. So, let's get straight into it, eh? And if you haven't subscribed already, guys, make sure you go do so and turn on bell notifications so you are notified when a new Joe Fortune video has dropped. Let's get straight into it.
Hello and welcome.
G'day, mate.
Today we're bringing you some rather unpleasant cricketing moments from recent times.
Oh, Warne.
Get ready to witness some truly unsportsmanlike
Oh, I remember that
conduct
too.
as we dive right in.
This guy's
First
voice.
up, we have what is referred
Hold
to
on, let me
as
turn
the
this down a bit.
darkest day in Australian
I
cricket
told ya.
history. During the third test of the 2018
Right
Test
off the
series
bat.
against South Africa, Aussie batter Kamran Bancroft was caught on camera giving the ball a proper shine with some sandpaper.
Yep.
As the umpires approached him, he did what any person would have done in that situation. Shoved the sandpaper down
Right
his
in the
back.
bants.
The damage had been done at that point, and even though the match still went
God, that was a
on,
dark
there
day
was
for
some
Aussie cricket, wasn't it?
unease around the ground. In the evening, a guilty Steve Smith sat at a press conference with Bancroft and came clean about his plan to tamper with the ball. David Warne was also named as a conspirator. The Australian Cricket Board were quick to set an example. Smith
wanna
and
quickly-
Warne were handed year-long bans,
Year
and
bans.
Bancroft was slapped with a 9-month ban. While Smith and Warne have since then made successful returns,
crazy, isn't
Bancroft's
it?
career has never truly recovered.
Yeah, it hasn't.
from this shocking incident.
Dude, like, I want to, like... I wish I knew the absolute truth on, like, whose idea it was. Obviously, Steve Smith was the captain at the time, and he took the brunt of the heat for it, saying it was his idea. But I mean, I feel so bad for Bancroft, man. Like, he was just a young, like, rookie. Like, what was, like, I always wondered, was he, like, forced into doing this? Was he, like, kind of, like, pushed by the senior players to kind of be the guy that does it? Or was it his idea? Like, I sympathize for Bancroft a lot, because I really don't think this was his idea and intention to do so, and I reckon he was kind of forced to do this by the senior players. I don't know what your guys' take is. Maybe one day a book will get released and we'll actually know the hard facts and the truth about that situation. But man, what a dark time for Aussie cricket, man. And Warne and Smith, yeah, like the guy just said, they came back and they were successful, but then the guy that actually did the act was never the same. And he probably will never get
one of the most
a chance again.
disappointing incidents to have ever taken place in the history of cricket. During the 2010 Test series
Wow.
between England and Pakistan, 3 Pakistani players were caught in a spot-fixing scandal that shook the entire cricketing world. A sting operation conducted by News of the World had implicated Salman Butt, Mohammed Amir, and Mohammed Asif in a fishy deal with a bookmaker. Unfortunately, this information turned out to be true, as Amir and Asif went on to bowl some ridiculously large
Look
no
at
balls.
that. How obvious is that? That's the biggest no ball I've ever seen. You're not even trying to hide it, mate. Holy shit. That is so bad.
Match, just as the reporters had predicted. The aftermath of this scandal
Been what,
damaged
lifetime
Pakistan
bans,
cricket's
surely?
reputation beyond repair.
I reckon.
The 3 cricketers involved were banned for varying lengths of time and jailed. Well,
Oh, they were jailed? I mean, fair. I don't blame them for being jailed, but I didn't expect that. But I mean, yeah, that's so illegal. So I guess that makes sense. Good. Throw the book at him, man.
But never really deserved to make his return due to his major involvement. It was heartbreaking to see Asif's career end in the way that it did.
I mean,
Amir would make a return after 5 years.
it's sad, but I mean, you're lucky. Like, this guy's made a return. You're lucky to even make a return, mate.
But he never truly lived up to the hype his early days once promised. Now for some rather confusing comments from Windy's man Shannon Gabriel. During the third test of the 2019 Test series between the West Indies and England, Gabriel took offence to Joe Root's calm demeanour as he came on to bowl and decided to ask him if he liked boys.
You can't say that, mate. Wow. He's just obviously trying to get in Joe Root's head because he's a freak cricketer. Although, not in Australia.
Because he caught Root smiling at him. We all understand.
You're going to... Oh, my God, bro. Obviously, this guy's frustrated because you can't get him out. So he's just gone with the slurs.
Understand what was implied here, of course. Root was quick to shut down Gabriel's comments in a respectful manner, but the ICC didn't take as kindly to this incident.
Yeah,
Gabriel
fair.
was handed a warning and a 4-match ban.
Slap on the wrist. Obviously, this guy was so frustrated because Joe Root is a very, very good cricketer and so hard to get out. So clearly this guy just lost his shit and started saying, "Do you like boys?" What? Joe Root would have been just like, what? Everything I see about Joe Root too, by the way, talking about him, every interview, everything I see about that guy, he is just a classy, humble dude. So I would back him all the way in this situation. He did nothing wrong. This guy's just clearly an airhead.
Credit to the Windies man, though, as he owned up to his mistake.
At least he owned up to it.
Apologized for the comments, citing that he didn't realize they were in poor taste. Root also brushed the controversy aside, stating that players make comments in the heat of the moment, but they should...
He's probably heard a lot worse, to be fair.
Compared to the other incidents, this one turned out quite okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Here we have one of the spiciest incidents from the 2023 Ashes.
The greatest moment.
In the innings of the second test, Johnny Bairstow wandered out of his crease on the last ball of an over. Alex Carey rolled a ball onto the stumps, the Aussies appealed, and the bewildered Bairstow was sent back to the dressing.
See you, mate.
Now, the over hadn't been called, and despite the boos and abuse from the English crowd,
that's the rules.
Completely within their rights to dismiss Bairstow in such a fashion.
Stay in your crease, mate.
The rules of the game literally allowed this. There was a lot of unnecessary talk about the spirit of the game, and not a lot of talk about...
Have a fucking cry. Stay in your crease until the umpire says that's the over. You started jogging off like you were about to... Like, he could have just been, like, started walking straight away and gone for a run.
How Bairstow should have just
Look at him.
In his crease. Stuart Broad also jumped on the bandwagon and decided to have a go at every single Aussie in
sight. Go
sight.
for it.
Credit to Joe Root, though. He later stated that it was indeed Bairstow who was at fault.
See?
The Aussies.
This guy... Can't, like, this guy's so high up in my books. Like, he's just a realist. Joe Root is the man.
At least one English player was honest about that incident.
Exactly.
This might be one of the softer incidents you'll see in this video. After claiming Abhishek Sharma's wicket during the 2025 IPL, Digwesh Rathi dismissively waved the batter away before bringing out his trademark notebook celebration. Sharma was taken aback by this aggression and stopped to confront the bowler. Some words were exchanged and eventually...
He just knocked you 60 for like 19 balls, mate. Like, what are you celebrating for getting that wicket? He's actually destroyed you guys. Is that what he was on? Let me check. Hold on. What was he on? Yeah, 59 from 20 balls, and you're going to celebrate his wicket? Like, mate, he's absolutely pantsed you guys.
Not before Rathi received a couple of demerit points for his behaviour. The Lucknow supergiant spinner had been accumulating demerit points throughout the season.
He's writing down his points.
Gestures and was handed a one-match ban.
He got banned for that?
Was the ban really justified, though? Looking back at Rathi's
like, that's nothing. Like,
so
there's nothing in that. I don't think he deserved to get banned. But I'm more on the fact of why are you celebrating, mate? He just knocked you for 60 runs off 20 balls. Like,
let us know your thoughts in the comments.
You should just be like, oh, like, thank God he's out. Like, he was smashing us.
During the 2013 BBL, we
the king.
One of the most heated exchanges in the middle of a cricket pitch. During the first innings, Marlon Samuels had playfully grabbed David Hussey while the latter was attempting to run back for a double. This wasn't appreciated by Hussey and his team, and in the next innings, the late great Shane Warne returned the favour by having a go at Samuels, tugging at his shirt and asking him if he would like to grab some more people.
Oh, the king!
It soon reached a boiling point when Warne tossed the ball on Samuels' shoulder while fielding, prompting the Windies man to throw his bat away. players.
Oh, the king. Rest in peace, Shane Warne, man. Like, what are you going to say anyway? If you're that Samuels guy, like, you can't talk shit to Warne. You can't. He's the GOAT. He's one of the GOATs, mate. Like, what do you even say?
Hussey was pointing towards the thrown bat, Samuels was livid, and Warne was making gestures that seemed to suggest that Samuels was looping the head.
Okay, well, I mean, Warnie's like taking it a bit far, but still.
Samuels top-edged the bouncer from Malinga onto his own.
Oh, Malinga.
After ruling him out for the remainder of the match. The 2024
So they had Warne, Hussey, and Malinga in the same team? Is that what they're telling me? Jesus, what a team. Virat. I remember this. I remember this.
Youngster Sam Konstas had just made his debut for the Aussies during the fourth test, and despite his nervous start, he
did well. He did really well.
Unsettling some Indian players in the process.
But yeah, just because he was playing a bit like Bazbally.
Was in the 30s, Kohli decided he'd seen enough and walked the entire length of
look at this.
an angle just to barge into the young Aussie at the other end. No one was sure why Kohli would do such a thing. There are much better ways to unsettle.
I get it. Virat is a freak. He's one of the best players to ever play the game, but also like Konstas is a kid. You're a mature senior player. You beeline for him. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. And also, you're not intimidating, mate. You're a cricket player. In the grand scheme of things, you're not intimidating. So,
this rather odd piece of psychological warfare was received poorly by the fans and commentators, and Kohli ended up receiving...
But I do love Kohli, and I love the way he goes about it. And he's been one of my favourite players to watch. So, I like what he was doing, but he didn't have to do that.
...receiving a fine for his actions. And
a fine? He'd pay that out of his pocket straight away.
Bowlers some more, finally getting out on a well-made 60 off 65 delivery.
Yeah, that's good.
This might be the worst example of poor sport.
Oh, who could forget this?
During the first test of
Stuart Broad.
Stuart Broad edged a delivery from
Look at...
Ashton Agar.
Is that not the fattest edge you've ever seen? What is the umpire doing? Is he on crack? How do you not give that out?
Straight to slip. In a surprising turn of events, Aleem Dar turned a blind eye to the obvious dismissal, and Broad casually walked down the pitch as if nothing had happened. Now, it's important to note that Broad wasn't breaking any laws by not walking off.
What is Michael Clarke eating? He's like got a full mouthful of shit. I don't know what he's eating.
Given how much England talk about the spirit of the game, we're surprised none of his team members dragged him back to the dressing room themselves. Michael Clarke was livid with the decision. But
I get it. He's in his right to not go, but holy shit, mate. That's more on the umpire, if anything. Broad, yeah, dick move, should have walked. But in the same breath, how the fuck does the umpire not give that out? Seriously.
Was furiously chew his gum and say a few words to the umpire.
Yeah, fair. He went light on the umpire there.
In a good way. Pakistan versus India is always
massive rivalry.
Encounter, even with the reduced level of competition that we see today.
Yeah.
During their match in the 2010 Asia Cup, Kamran Akmal decided it would be a good idea to appeal excessively against Gautam Gambhir. The Indian batter obviously didn't appreciate that, and during the drinks break, let his feelings known to Akmal. We're not sure
just stop fucking appealing.
The conversation soon evolved into a heated spat between the two, with plenty of angry finger pointing. Umpires were quick to intervene, and a smiling MS Dhoni arrived to pull his teammate away. In hindsight, this wasn't the worst thing we've seen in
probably my favourite player, one of my favourite players ever, MS Dhoni.
Cricket wasn't an uncommon
what a player.
In this fixture either. Here we have Josh Buttler having a proper go at Vernon Philander during the latter's last ever test match. The reason? Philander didn't move out of the way quickly enough for Buttler to collect the ball. While this wasn't a big deal at all,
I don't remember this at all.
Lost his cool and started ranting about how Philander was a knobhead for not moving out of the way. And Stokes was standing at first slip looking like a proud teammate, and he chimed in as well, stating that Buttler wasn't wrong. All the while, Philander was staring at them with a confused expression on his face. The reaction from Buttler was a tad unreasonable given the situation, especially since it was Philander.
Is he just standing there the whole time? Just say something, bro.
Guy some slack there, Joss. Ah, yes. Time for Ravichan.
Ashwin! Bowling Ash! Bowling Ash!
A completely legal
Bowling Ash? Oh, I remember that.
That is still heavily debated today. During the 2019 IPL, Ashwin brought out his favourite party trick and ran out Joss Buttler while still in his run-up. Buttler was shocked, but Ashwin threw his protest aside by telling him that the non-striker's crease was the bowler's space.
Oh, so he did. So that is out, because I've seen people do that, and then they're not out. Like, I've seen them like take the stumps off, and they're clearly out, but they kind of tell the umpire, "Don't worry about it. It's just a warning. I'm just warning him and showing him that I could get you out." But I think that's completely fair play. What do you guys reckon? If in that situation, if you're the batter on the opposite end and you start to creep in early before the ball has even been bowled, I feel like you can be run out. I think that's more than fair. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section on what you think. I think it should be out every day of the week.
Buttler then had to trot off. As
yep, that's fair.
Whether this was the right thing to do.
It's out. It's not very it's not great sportsmanship from the bowler, but it's also stay in your fucking crease. You know, like it's more on the batter than it is on the bowler, I reckon. Because they're trying to creep in. They're trying to, like, you know, steal it's like in baseball. You're trying to steal a base. If you get caught out of your, you know, out of base or whatever you fucking call them, you get caught out, you're out. I think it's more than fair. I think it should apply here too.
Funnily enough, this wasn't the first time Ashwin had done something like this, nor would it be the last.
Yeah, out. Out.
Eventually pay off.
Fuck it. You're out. Stay in your crease.
More acceptable now, even if it still isn't liked as much. Next up, we have some unsportsmanlike shenanigans from the Aussies. During the 2008 Test Series between India and Australia, Ricky Ponting pulled off a stunning catch to dismiss MS Dhoni. The only issue
that he did
was
not
that
hit that.
Grounded the ball, but that didn't stop him from appealing. Luckily, the umpire didn't fall for it, and Dhoni survived. Now, in the
that was a catch, I thought.
Australia did manage to pull off a similar heist against Sourav Ganguly. Michael Clarke had taken a sharp catch at the slips, but while rolling over, he too had grounded the ball. In this case, however, the umpire decided to take Ponting's word for it and dismissed Ganguly. The great Sunil Gavaskar was on commentary, and he went on a full-fledged tirade against the Aussies.
They're 50-50 moments, and these cricketers are always they're gonna appeal, and they're gonna try to get them out. That's what they're gonna do. So it's on the umpires. Again, it's on the umpires. They can yell and scream and claim that they've caught it as much as possible. It's their right to do so if they think, you know. I would fucking appeal everything to win. I would. You're trying to win, so you're going to appeal and claim that you've caught things, claim that you've got leg buys, you know, like leg before wickets. Like, you know, I'm going to claim for everything to try to get these guys out to win the game. So it's on the umpires.
Their lack of honesty on the field. It didn't
Fuck honesty.
Ponting had edged one behind to the keeper in the same match and refused to walk.
It's fine. It's on the umpires.
That you've never seen something like this.
Oh, what is that?
During a T20 match between Australia and England, Mark Wood bowled a sharp bouncer to Matthew Wade. The ball took a top edge, pinged off Wade's helmet, and went straight up in the air. While Wood rushed to catch the ball, a dazed Wade spun around and then put out his arm to prevent the bowler.
Oh, he did too.
Then he dived back into
oh, that's out.
Bounced onto the ground.
That's out.
The English players were disappointed, and rightly so.
I'm giving out there. That's he tried to hide it too and did not do a good job.
While it's true that Wade was a bit shaken by the bouncer, we can't quite.
Oh, you can't.
That. In a show of good faith, the Englishman decided not to appeal against this brilliant bit of defending from the Aussie. The question still remains: what was Wade even doing here? During the 2014 IPL, two literal cricketing giants went toe-to-toe and almost caused a panic in the stadium. After a sharp bouncer from Mitchell Starc to Kieron Pollard, words were exchanged between the two. The big Windies man waved the Aussie away and play resumed as normal. On the very next ball, however, Pollard pulled away at the last second, prompting Stark to deliver the ball regardless right at the big man's legs.
I love it. I love it.
Flying, tempers flared, and everyone came rushing to the pitch. While Stark and Pollard continued to dish out pleasantries in the middle of the pitch, umpires and a concerned Chris Gale walked up to defuse the situation.
Oh, Chris.
Luckily,
God, is this like an all-star match?
Fight ended as soon as it began because, boy, this would have been...
This is the IPL, and just, how good's the IPL? It's literally just all-star matches every week.
Stark and Pollard having an all-out brawl? No, thank you. And lastly, the most blatant yet hilarious exhibition of unsportsmanlike conduct you will ever see. During the 2010 ODI series between Australia and Pakistan, stand-in captain Shahid Afridi resorted to desperate measures to try and drag his side over the line. While the motivation was admirable, the action he took was absurd.
Is he biting the ball?
In an attempt to generate some reverse swing for his bowlers, Afridi stuck the ball in his mouth.
How have I not seen this before? What the fuck?
Chewing around.
That's worse than the sandpaper. Well, yeah, it's just as much as tampering as this is.
The same. Quite literally, the man was...
Oh my God, he's trying to take a chunk out of it like it's an apple.
Unsurprisingly, he was caught on camera and ended up having to explain himself to the umpires. The explanation wasn't very satisfactory, though.
So mate, it looks like you've tried to take a chunk out of this cricket ball. The thing that I don't get about all this stuff, like with the ball tampering shit, how do you think you're going to get away with it when there's a bazillion cameras on you? It's just stupidity, mate. You're not going to get away with anything. Mate, you fart, it's going to be on camera, and they'll be able to tell that you farted. You won't be able to see it, but they're going to, like, the cameras are everywhere, mate. They're going to be able to tell. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. How do you think you're going to get away with that? I know you're trying to get an edge to win a match, but, mate, you just can't be that dumb. You can't be.
2-match ban for his questionable...
2-match ban for that. And Sandpaper got, what, years? Like, what are we doing? Was this before or after? It looks like it was before, but fucking hell, mate. Same shit.
And Pakistan still went on to lose the match. Not great scenes, to be honest. And there you have it, folks.
Wow.
Some of your most unsportsmanlike...
I loved that. Yeah, there were some rippers in there.
As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more.
Well, cricket is probably the most dramatic TV show of all time. I love it. I love cricket. It's a shame that the Ashes is over because I just don't want Test cricket to always be on. But those were some unbelievable moments that some of them I forgot about. Some of them I've actually never seen before. So they were brilliant. Guys, if you enjoyed that video and you liked what you saw, give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, suggest down in the comments section on what we should watch next and what we should react to. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it again. Take care. Peace out. Stay safe. Bye-bye.